Your brain is a remarkable thing. It can learn a new language, it can solve complex problems, it can even create beautiful art. But did you know it has another superpower? Your brain can choose happiness, it can choose to see the good, it can choose to find the light, even on the darkest of days. Let's talk about Sarah. Sarah dreaded her morning commute. She sat in traffic every day, stress rising. The commute set a negative tone for her whole workday. One day she made a small change. She started listening to inspiring podcasts and audiobooks during her drive. She shifted focus from what she couldn't control, the cars, to what she could control, her mindset. The commute didn't get shorter, the traffic didn't disappear. But Sarah's experience was transformed. She began arriving energized and inspired, not drained. Consider Mark, a student struggling in a hard math class.
He kept saying, "I'm just not a math person."
That belief became a self-fulfilling prophecy. He felt unmotivated and his grades showed it. His teacher suggested a new rule. For every problem he got wrong, find one thing you did right. At first it was hard. Then Mark began seeing mistakes not as failure but as clues.
He started saying, "I don't get it yet."
That tiny language shift changed everything. His confidence and grades began to climb. Then Maria, overwhelmed by exercise. The gym for an hour felt impossible, so she started much smaller, one push-up a day. It felt silly, and so easy she couldn't say no. After a week she added a second. Soon she did a small set each morning. Those small wins built her confidence. Exercise became a simple, positive routine. Her journey began with one positive step. These aren't grand heroics, they're small, intentional perspective shifts. Sarah changed focus, not traffic. Mark changed his self-talk. Maria chose a single, achievable action. They found a positive angle and challenge. You don't need to change everything overnight. Change your next thought. Change your next word. Change your next small action. That's where true transformation begins. Life will inevitably present you with challenges. There will be difficult days. There will be unexpected setbacks. There will be moments of doubt. Positivity is not about pretending these things don't exist. That's denial. True positivity is about building the resilience to face these challenges head-on without losing your forward momentum. It's about being a sturdy ship that can navigate a storm, not a fragile boat that shatters at the first sign of a big wave. History is filled with stories of remarkable individuals who faced incredible adversity. What set them apart was not an absence of hardship, but an abundance of positive resolve. Consider J.K. Rowling. Before she created the magical world of Harry Potter, she was a single mother living on government assistance. She received 12 rejection letters from publishers. It would have been easy to give up, to believe her story wasn't good enough, but she maintained a fierce belief in her work. Her positivity was not about ignoring the rejections, it was about seeing them as hurdles, not walls. Her unwavering motivation eventually led her to a publisher who said yes, changing her life and the world of literature forever. Think about the great inventor Thomas Edison. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb, his response was a masterclass in positive reframing. He famously replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." He saw every failure not as a defeat but as a necessary part of the process. He understood that each incorrect attempt brought him one step closer to the solution. This optimistic perspective fueled his persistence and allowed him to keep experimenting when others would have quit, ultimately illuminating the entire world with his invention. Oprah Winfrey's story is another powerful testament to the force of positivity. She was born into poverty in rural Mississippi and faced immense hardship and trauma in her early life. She was even fired from one of her first jobs as a television reporter and told she was unfit for TV. Instead of letting these experiences define her or make her bitter, she used them as fuel. She held a positive vision for her life and believed in her own potential to connect with people. This belief, combined with relentless hard work, allowed her to build a media empire and become one of the most influential and beloved figures in the world. These giants of grit teach us a vital lesson. Success is not a straight line. It is a winding road filled with detours, roadblocks, and setbacks. Their superpower was their mindset. They chose to see possibility where others saw dead ends. They chose to view failure as feedback and hold on to a positive vision for their future, even when their present circumstances were bleak. Motivation is not something you find, it's something you build. Just like a muscle, it gets stronger with consistent exercise. The key is to start small, so small that it's almost impossible to fail. Want to be more grateful? After I pour my morning coffee, I will think of one thing I'm grateful for. Final piece, celebrate every win, however small. Start tiny. Master showing up, celebrate every small step. You build the motivation muscle that powers your journey to success. The benefits of a positive and motivated mindset are not confined to your own head. They ripple outward, touching every single area of your life in profound ways. In your professional life or at school, positivity is a performance enhancer. A positive brain is more creative, better at problem solving, and more resilient in the face of stress. People are naturally drawn to positive, optimistic individuals. Positivity is magnetic. This ripple effect is perhaps most powerful in your personal relationships. You become a source of strength for others. Your positive energy can lift up a friend who is having a bad day, or inspire a family member to pursue their own goals. Even your physical health is deeply connected to your mental state. Numerous studies have shown that optimism and positivity are linked to stronger immune systems, better cardiovascular health, and even a longer lifespan. When you are stressed and negative, your body is flooded with cortisol. When you are positive and happy, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which have a protective effect on your body. Your thoughts and emotions are not separate from your physical well-being, they are an integral part of it. This brings us to our final, uplifting truth. You have the power to start this ripple effect right now, today. You do not need to wait for your circumstances to change. You do not need permission from anyone else. You can choose, in this very moment, to focus on one good thing. You can choose to take one small positive action. You can choose to believe in your own potential. The journey to a more positive, motivated, and successful life is not a distant destination. It is a path you build one positive thought, one small habit, and one intentional choice at a time. The power is within you. Unlock it. Your best life is waiting.